रोहतांग पास, हमटा पास। चंद्रक नहीं जाना चाहिए ना, कोई पोल्यूशन नहीं होगा, कोई कार्स नहीं होगा, अच्छा जड़ी बूटी होगा। पर उस साइड जाएंगे तो क्या मिलेगा? मलाना।
La Malana.
सब प्लास्टिक 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 प्लास्टिक। वहाँ सब जगह पे ये धुआं 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 धुआं, स्मॉग। Smoke and what? Fog mix, right?
Yes.
Foggy smoke. Smoky fog.
The people are inside their cabs, under the ACs, under the tunes of their broken past, not realizing what is outside their car because there's no time to stop. Everything is planned.
नहीं,
Everything is
just eat Maggie.
smooth and fast.
Very fast food and come back.
Don't ask for nothing what is out of the palatal.
No culture, no rituals, no exposure,
No exchange.
no exploration.
Because only money, only papers.
Yes. 7,000 वाला होटल लिया, 10,000 वाला होटल लिया। अरे ब्रो, जंगल खाली पड़ा है, मुफ्त में जाके रहो, हेवन मिलेगा। गो, स्टे फ्री।
Air is free under the tree.
लिया ना बेटा, सब धुआं धुआं हो गया है। क्या हुआ है?
We'll go up
क्या हुआ है ये?
till we don't see any
No.
clouds. Till we don't hear any honks.
कहाँ जाएंगे अभी? ब्रिगू जाएंगे? हाँ, ओके ठीक है।
So our family is called Love Rose. This is Liana, Olena, Vishwash, and Earth. My name is Olena. I'm from Odessa, Ukraine, from the Black Sea. I was traveling around the world to find the answers to certain questions which were bothering me since the age of this consciousness. Every time it was a very life-changing experience. I spent some time here and then I came back to Odessa and I was already a changed person and I was searching for more answers all the time. More questions were appearing about what is right and what is wrong, where is happiness, what is the aim of this life, what I am here for. Right now we are hand crushing the local Indian poppy beans from Karnataka. We prefer to hand crush them in small amounts to preserve the whole essential oil content. So the aroma of the coffee always comes complete. Now we are using the ancient crusher which was made by Dishwasher's grandfather from the tamarind tree. It's a very strong tree. In general, all the fruit trees are having a very good density.
You to become a rebel, you need to understand the system. You need to crack it to become a rebel, so that you are rebelling, but you are not criminal. But there is rebel comes under sometimes criminal also, and sometimes revolutionary. So there is a very fine line. So we both were kind of master at what we were doing. Personally, I studied architecture after my high school from one of the very prestigious university called CEPT, CEPT, Ahmedabad. Studied architecture, so it's kind of very beautiful campus where it's all about this creative art plus this little technological side of construction, and so you kind of put creativity and technology together, and you get kind of architecture. So, and that's why I chose it. I didn't want it to become engineer because no clue what to do. Cannot able to focus what I exactly want to do. Because it's a vast field and too much segregation. There's a mechanical, there's electrical. So architecture, I thought, is the easy way out to get rid of this labyrinth and just understand where you are sitting. You know and start understanding everything from there where you are sitting. There is architecture, there is shelter. She studied diplomacy, international relation, from again one of the very prestigious university in Ukraine, in Odessa, where she is living. And she kind of concluded. It was little shorter course. I kind of dropped in my final year because they flunked me, and I thought that okay, no, the 6 months I cannot do more this again because it's a final project. You do it maybe with your dream. This last dream, and they broke my dream, and I thought like okay, now I need a rehabilitation. That is also very architectural work. You need to kind of put yourself into different atmospheric and environmental condition. So that time I was in Sikkim when I got this news that okay, they flunked me. So it was one of the best place to get this realization. Himalayas in Sikkim is very different and very beautiful Himalayas also. So there I kind of took decision that okay, I don't want to continue in this 1 year more of doing this final year and research and become graduate, and again get lost in getting lost in this system. And she didn't do any official work with this diplomacy. Her inside core was saying that okay, diplomacy, but how to use it in an ethical way. You don't want to become fly in the planes and go to other country and talk about this diplomacy and wars and by drinking wine. You want to do something. So she wanted to make this cultural exchange.
So that's how I ended up in this holy land of Bharata, of Jambudvipa, of another dimension of existence, I would say. For me, India is a dimension, is a state of being, kind of, where different vibrations are flowing, the different currents are penetrating people. So that's how we met in the city of Dab, Parakuki. While just two searchers, two curious minds, looked into each other's eyes and decided to find out about what is going on.
We barter kind of with people who are creative and in the field where we are working. So this is with a hemp thread knitted with the local sticks and hemp. So it's like stretchable. The only thing which is stretchable, people want elastic, people want this, that is the thing in front of you which is kind of stretching and coming back. So the nature has so much potential. Every plant has so much potential. How we kind of extract the resources out of them is a magic of hands. And so another sample we have is this naturally colored wool. So all the colors here are vegetable dyes done with hand, and there are obviously some processes they still compromise. People use soaps to wash the wool, but we personally try to do with the soap nuts and combing them with this comb, which is local comb. I will love to show when I find it. So all the processes, and it is like all you eat, you need to shit. This is a process. So same like in this also, all the processes are very important in a way, and one process you miss out, then you feel, as if indigestion or, this uneasiness. So this all processes, if you put together, you feel like healthy human. You wake up, with the energy, you sleep with the energy, and you dream with the energy. So these are the kind of, from the whole side, everywhere, whatever you see, this is what hanging here. Every piece is kind of designed, curated in journey in last 2 years for the liana mainly, these small things. And what all we are wearing is a kind of all hand stitched, hand woven cloths. What is local, what is kind of indigenous to this place, and that gives us kind of fit, beautiful calmth, beautiful peace inside. At least in terms of brain, otherwise we are like same humans, but these things are just getting, we are getting rid of this karma factor where we are not taking anything from the industry and trying to handle nature, and that keeps us at least little bit, stable in our mind to think of futuristic ideas. So another object from the leather is, like small things, which is, small different details that how you can stitch, how you can do without, So there are things full of details here. For sure, most welcome to our. So this is, the Devta drum. But in the local Kullu Mela, someone was selling, but made with aluminium. Still, they are using leather stripes and everything, but now they just switched the, so we kind of ordered some brass ones, for the next Kullu Mela. Hopefully, they will make it. So, this is the cheeser made by us. So, this we got it from outside, and then we would try to, think that, okay, how can we make at home with a knife? So there are some experiments which are been, performed already. There is a lot which we collect as a, sample. So this is the way people used to make fire. So you have small crystal, you kind of, and you have little bit dry grass, one particular grass, and you do this and you get this. So still we are not able to perform because we couldn't find a master who kind of really put show in front of us. We are not in the search also. We are inviting them whenever they kind of. But from our side, we are making this kind of thing. So this is bee wax lotion or balm, so we make using different ready booties from local, so I'm sourcing also some like some oils sometimes when needed, and we make this for the hair, for the joints, for different using. So this is all custom where we can use people to people, give it to people to use when they need for some particular thing. So bee wax is the base, and on top you put the medicines and kind of create different kind of
Uh, So these are all the vessels. What you see is a brass, very beautiful piece from maybe somewhere in Middle East. Collected from there is a kind of thermos. So it has a very beautiful this air, where hot air is concealed, so it keeps it warm. Kind of very long tunnel. So this is a kind of we are building up a just a amusement center where all the kids, when they just come see different shapes, different hand made designs, they kind of get inspired to work more with their hands. And in the future, what gonna be the essential eventually to get back this magic in our fingers. Right now, we are more onto this, but soon we need to be shaking the pots.
Interaction with the nature has started the moment, like me, when I was 18, I just understood that I can take herbs from the forest and make my herbal tea. And I can put as many, like the proportion that I like. So that was kind of the first experiment, which made me understand that there is so much potential. You can collect as many leaves as you can and dry them and use them for at least 3 years. They preserve their properties. So it's just up to your skills and your knowledge and your passion of how much are you able to collect and what you're able to get. So it was a very beautiful journey of just feeling that your request has been listened. That if you go to the forest and you think of finding something, somehow you will find it. I don't know, it was there before or it appeared because you wanted to find it. So it's a kind of very interesting game of matching the intention, the request, and the the something what you get. So for me, it's like just never. That's why I'm interested to live further in general, because there is a limitless potential of opportunities which a forest can give me. So that will be always a different kind of experience. And basically, yeah, it's a life to just get the experience of the interconnection with the nature, of how you and it or her or like just feeling you.
Yeah, my connection with the nature personally started just with my soulmate, because I didn't know nothing about. I knew things about food. It was so limited, so much this domesticated understanding of what is just this energy supplies to yourself. So yeah, with her, kind of the moment we started living together, she had a very ready-made plan, how plug ourselves with the nature, kind of this connection was there. My job was to give little bit energy from my side, as a battery, you need this backup. So she was kind of major researcher, where I was just kind of, it takes time. For a woman, it's very easy to understand for all, and this get understanding of this nature. For a male, it's more about, I think, it's more about calculation. Maybe it's more about this adjustment and organizing things. But for female, it's very much because she is like, I don't know, same like Mother Earth. She's feeding everyone every day. She's like same, this. Feminine energy is feeding the world, with the emotion, with the love, and so yeah, this exploring Mother Nature is kind of the only thing kind of humans were doing before this technological age, and just technology came, people got a little lazier, and they just started finding interest in the humans, so it's just a human interaction, much happening, and so much interaction with the nature got cut off, and so I felt myself that how I got cut off, I got chopped, my kind of some senses were chopped, my emotions were chopped, because I was not understanding, the roots of everything, eventually, and in terms of food, cloth, shelter, everything is around nature. When you live in this kind of climate of extreme weathers, and it's every kind of single even grass kind of sometimes matters, for you. So, and yeah, she started kind of teaching us, and all the kind of guests and family friends who were visiting us, okay, what is what is to understand. You need to understand with your senses. You need to touch it, you need to see it, you need to smell it, you need to understand hear the vibration of the plant, and what is the potential, what the research has been done. So there's so much of it's making your brain very versatile. It is kind of so yeah, that is kind of first time I kind of started myself as a part of nature. Otherwise, there was nature which is green, which is around, which is forest, which is mountain, which is river, and I am something else. But now I am understanding that I'm just this small fragment, small hair of this big like jata of this cosmic father. Yeah. So that is the kind of connection with the nature, and how we, I don't know, that's what we are exploring.
Let us speak of death. Death is no more than the sharing of the hair, for in the same way is matter cast off. The question of guides is answered by the familiar law of attraction and repulsion. The principle of recruitment and assistance is a powerful one in the spiritual world. Therefore, every appeal of an embodied spirit evokes a response. It depends upon who asks. One can attract and keep near oneself lofty forces. Also, the lowest spirits may be fastened about oneself. One receives what one wishes. When men understand the usefulness of pure giving, they will receive riches. The spirit is a light of the beauty of the stars, but few spirits blend with light. More of them are in astral bodies. Better to glow as a star, retaining knowledge and the possibility of returning to the planets to help. One may choose a better destiny. Are the possibilities of giving one not evident? One may strive upwards toward light, seeking to render assistance. Then there is no parting. In those who remain, would consider the departed as having been sent to light.
So we were never about names. We hated our own names. We kind of took other names, because you get bored. You get your name and maybe someone else you find with the same name. What is that kind of, So we were never into names, but eventually it came because it was urge of this, system. It was urge of this, this not system which is there, but this system of recognizing every plant is given a name, every material is given a name. So obviously the soul also will be given a name, and but we were kind of very flexible with the names. We both had a very different understanding about the names and everything, but the name we finalized kind of, and we kind of, that's what majority of the people knows her as Liana Mira. So this is the first name, Liana, which she got. Liana means this vine, this creeper, which crawls up to the tree, and it's just is a symbolism of strength and flexibility together. So it's kind of, so it's Liana, and then we got her another two names she got by wish of different people, and so we wanted to give her Indian name also, because my family is too much about what is her name, Indian name. So that's why I initiated her name as a hymn. So hymn is a kind of this syllable mantra, is a same like O, hymn. So it's like is a symbol for the feminine energy. Hymn. O is for the masculine. This. Third name is Hermet.
Process of hermetic sealing, when you tightly cover a box so that air does not come in, a micro-universe is getting created inside. And it's an alchemic metaphor of concealing yourself for a certain period of time to understand who you are, to understand what you want. This is the experience of going inside the cave. Also metaphorically, when we just close our eyes and focus on what we see inside. So Hermet is a meaning of the clan of children who are born without the interference of medical systems which exist right now. And if the parents allow the placenta to stay with the baby, because my inner vision, since I was at least understanding how the child comes out, that I don't want to cut the umbilical cord because just why to cut something if it's attached? So I want to see and observe. I met one also a Mexican sister who told that in Mexico it's normal. There are like the natural birth is still being practiced very widely, and they never cut the cord in a traditional culture. So that's how I got the confirmation of my thought, and we went for this kind of experience of not cutting her placenta away from her. 3 days she stayed attached with her in a bowl, and that's how I perceive this hermetic sealing. So the sealing process kind of got fulfilled and got detached by its own will. So on the third day, in the midday, this umbilical cord just fell out from the navel, and the baby was free kind of by itself.
Here I show you our mattresses. So this is the first is this mattresses which are made from goat wool. Is called shella, mainly used by shepherds in Himalayas. So they just used to carry 2 of them, one for down and one to cover themselves, and that used to kind of give safety from the rain and snow in the types. and is a kind of very water resistant material, so it doesn't, so we cover our woods also with this. We have our coats also with this. We have our big socks for the snow also from this. At also so these are the same material shoes for the snow, for the dry snow mainly. So neither the cold goes inside, neither the and they are very much with a grip. So there is a very there are no chances of falling. Another part is these are the pillows which Olena has been making with the different ingredients inside. So mostly there are herbs also. There are this flour, this residue also. This caps of in the attas. These are the pista caps. These are also pista. This is apricot, seed cakes. This is sand. This is date seeds. So these are all for the different kind of pressures on your body. You lie down and you kind of soothe your body. So these also very much I never saw in my life. I don't know. So this is kind of very beautiful way to interact with these materials. Sometimes you put this herbs with the smell, so that it gives you very beautiful sleep. So these are all, we are kind of trying to put together all the ideas from different cultures and cultures, traditions, and how we can live, this universal kinglyhood, where you kind of creating whatever you kind of feel like having. So these are the blankets, by the way. So this is woolen blanket, which are very much indigenous way made. So this is like Tana Wana hand spun wools, they call it. So it's little hard, but yeah, horizontal and vertical both. This is kind of made with the spindle, and kind of there are techniques, there are layers of kind of purity in the market, but we try to collect all the samples, so that there are some with a little bit cotton necks, some is full pure wool, some are so that is also a very big collection we have here. And here you can show these three piles shaded, and these also one are with the color, one is full brown one. So yeah, there's a big variety of these woolen products which we must understand while staying in anywhere, because people used to use wool in the hottest climate on the earth also. So it can be thinnest and thickest at the same time. So in the Rajasthan, in the Gujarat side, people use still wool, for camel wool or sheep wool. They have little different wool, which is kind of more rough.
So I can say that it took at least 5 years to get to the state where the silence inside, you're allowing the silence, and you're able to understand your own mistakes. You're able to be sorry for your mistakes. This helps because if you're good in communication, doesn't matter which kind of mistake you made, everything can be solvable, right? Everything we can understand each other, we can forgive each other, if we see the real purity from the other side. So uh, for me, it was, yeah, this confession mode, and there was a very big transformation from I am big and world is small till I'm small and the world is big and unknown and full of hidden potential. So Liam is the fruit of our trust to each other, and she's having the unique chance to grow in the completely natural conditions on this earth. She's been given natural birth without any interference of the side of hospitals or any kind of pharmaceutics. We try to trust the nature as it is, and that's why we are here. That's how we are allowed to stay.
We felt like family before in our earlier phase where we were living this same family life. But hard to find this bond with your siblings, your parents, and because there's so many philosophies which people live. But when at least two brains, when they come with come together with same philosophy, same kind of crave, same kind of urge about understanding and kind of evolving together, then this family starts as a family, what we think as a family. Otherwise like how you come in the normal world when there are this union, one part goes this side and counterpart goes this side and works their way along in a different perspectives and realities, and then come together. So it's like kind of very much you are giving very less time, where family is the concept where you are just living with each other every moment and every second kind of. So that's what we started experiencing after living together. The day we have gotten together, we haven't left each other for a single day kind of. So they are kind of trying to have we had kind of quarrels, we had kind of arguments, but in the same philosophy, not about the philosophy. At least when the philosophy is founded, the family is kind of starts giving fragrance, real fragrance. Otherwise it's a flower without the fragrance. What is her name is Rim, and Hadimba is Himba, is a feminine goddess. Is the base of her name is also Rim, and that's what we give her name also Rim. That is also very beautiful kind. For sourcing and all, tomorrow we can keep doing new way source from the forest. We guys source God, yeah. So that also you want to do right now, you can do. You just take your camera and you go out with the sister.